I'm going to go through really quickly because I know there are some questions about the utility, and a lot of the themes that I was going to cover have been talked about already this morning. Basically, LADWP is in a very unique position. You heard the mayor call us the car capital, and also the fact that we're one city, one municipal utility. We can work within our organization and within the city to coordinate and streamline with the Department of Building and Safety and with our other internal departments, which is great. I have a much easier job than Bob Graham here, who has to coordinate with 180 cities. You know, as a background, we identified some program objectives to prepare Los Angeles for the commercial launch of electric vehicles and to make sure that that's done in a way that we can minimize impact to grid and building of new power plants. The utility concerns are, you know, have already been mentioned. We're really concerned about not knowing about the installation. So kind of our main message is contact us early and let us know what's going on. We'd like to know who our customers are going to be and where there might be some clustering effects. We're looking at the impact to grid and where that adoption will happen with EVs. So we're trying to overlay that with solar customers. We're having a lot of calls from solar customers who are also EV customers, looking at the OEM information that they're able to give us on where those hotspots are going to be, and looking at Prius and other hybrid penetration to identify those areas and prioritize transformer replacements. And one of our main themes is to encourage off-peak charging. The other thing we're really concerned about is providing that positive customer experience. And so we've worked really hard to kind of identify where the challenges are. We're dedicating staff that will be specialized in EV installations, our electric service reps who do the initial assessment, and then the building and safety inspectors as well. This is just kind of a map of the greater Los Angeles area. The darker green is where the higher penetration of hybrids are. So we kind of had an idea, but we know that the areas and the challenges are going to happen, you know, along the coast and in Silver Lake and areas like that. Where we're looking to kind of address our concerns with incentives and process improvements, we are looking to subsidize the residential charger installation and encourage off-peak charging through an incentive, a discount rate incentive. We're also looking to facilitate that customer process. I've been dealing with all of the early customer questions, emails, phone calls, and so I'm really starting to get a good understanding of the concerns of the customer and where the challenges are to have them understand our rates especially. Like I mentioned, we are streamlining our process. We have an online permitting process, an express permit where customers go online or the electrician goes online and can apply and has that permit immediately. The main thing I want to touch upon is our collaboration, which has been a theme throughout the day. We started off with the mayor's announcement last year at the auto show and kind of looking at this EV plug-in readiness plan, which we've identified 8 main points. A lot of it is about sharing of information. We have a mission statement to foster the plug-in readiness of the Southern California region. We understand that we're not just concerned with Los Angeles City. We want to make sure the whole Southern California region is prepared. Our milestones so far, we put together a group, and we were really proud of our CEC grant application. Unfortunately, we did not win the funding this last round in January, but we put together 6 counties, which covered a population of 18.2 million people. And we really partnered with a lot of you in the room here today to identify, talk to property owners and make sure that we had a good plan for moving forward with infrastructure. We're looking to collaborate on future opportunities. The MTA just released a call for projects, and we're looking to apply for the next round of AB 118 funds. Another thing I want to mention is the SoCalEV.org website. That's a resource we put together. We're just starting to get the word out. We want people to take a look at it, give me comments. It's a general resource for EV industry information. We are working very closely with the other utilities. Just recently, GM had a dealer training event, and we worked with SCE and SDG&E to put together a utility handout for those dealers to understand the importance of involving the utility and make sure that they knew the right people to contact. And also, we are looking to hold future workshops. This is just a screenshot of that SoCalEV.org website. If you guys would like to check that out, I would appreciate you to take a look at that and email me if you have any comments. SoCalEV.com, our main focus is identifying simple steps that a customer can take. So understand the vehicle and charging options, find out about the install, and look at the incentives available. There's also a description of vehicles and chargers, a map function where you can look at available chargers, and a list of partners. That's it. So I'll hand it off to Bob, and hopefully we can take some questions. Thank you.
Wow. It's fun to follow her, right? Where are we here? Are we with these right there, right? Change it. Okay. Fortunately for all of you, I have this huge presentation that you can just sit back and enjoy. What time does the president roll through LAX? That's when I have to leave. Actually, I am not going to give this presentation. I sent it out, and it took about a week to get it through to Adrene's email versus our email. I actually included it in this for this forum because all of you can download it and you'll have all the information that's included on it. So I really am not going to give this presentation. Dean Taylor and I have given this presentation to over 50 of our cities. They typically take about an hour and a half, and there's a lot of work in it where you spend a lot of time talking about what an EV is, what a battery electric vehicle is, versus what a PHEV. The message is how little people know in the marketplace about the products that are coming, the charging levels are coming. I mean, you heard the panelists earlier talking about the EV users with their experience. They have experience and they're struggling. You can imagine if you have no experience. So just to repeat what was just said, we work very closely together. Our website is connected to their website and vice versa. All of you can connect to our website. We're hosting a webinar on November 3rd. All of you can join in that webinar. The pictures of the cars, this is just basically general information that we're providing to the marketplace to teach them about the market. It's all on there. This slide basically is there so that our communities and the city councils I've called on, the Council of Governments we've talked to recognize that we are very proactive, we the utilities getting involved with this. Over a period of time, we've had over 100 people involved getting ready. We have a whole operations team that's looking at the process that was described, the frustrations you heard about how long it takes to get a second meter. We have a whole team of people looking at that process. And as I said earlier, it's not just the cities and their permitting process, online permits is the ideal. It's not the cities with their online permits and their inspection. In most cases, it's the entire process, which includes our own planners. The customer education outreach I've talked about, I'm going to talk about that a little bit more. Infrastructure impact, we've looked at every one of our 4,300 circuits. We have something like 2.5 million telephone poles, and we're out there, so what's that? Something like 700,000 transformers. So we've looked at all of our circuits. We can pretty well tell you where we think which circuits are going to have problems based upon where we think the clustering is going to be on the vehicles, based upon the solar rooftops, which we use that data, hybrid vehicle penetration. We take that clustering information, we drop it on top of circuits, and we pretty well know where we're going to have problems. Now working with the autos, we can say, okay, tell us the exact homes. We can look at the circuits, we can look at the home locations, we can pick the transformers, we can send planners out to resolve those if we need to. And we've talked ad nauseum today about our relationship with the autos. Even though I like to pick on them, we do have marvelous relationships with them. I'm going to go through this. You can look at this later. I think the most important thing for me to emphasize is education outreach, and we do want to take time for questions. So we are talking about which customers buy the vehicles. We're talking about the steps to get ready. If you go to our website, it's got all kinds of literature and information that says this is what you need to get ready. Our message is very clear. We want you to if you're going to buy an electric vehicle, call us before you make that buying decision. Look at the rates, look at the panel issues, ask all those questions that we've talked about. Let's try to get as informed as possible. We're doing every bit of media outreach that we can possibly do. We're doing all the social media. We're Twittering. We're what was the other thing you do? Whatever we do. Whatever they do. You can tell I don't do it. So, Facebook. I knew I'd get it. Facebook. Well, we're doing all that stuff, but I'm not doing it. But we have the website. There's all kinds of tools on the website. Again, it's all downloadable. We have a rate calculator that you can use, we've even allowed other utilities to take the rate calculator that we have developed and said, okay, if you want to adopt this rate calculator, put on your website, here's the information, here's the company that did it. We paid for the basic general creation of it. You just have to tweak it a little bit and you can use it yourself. It's gone to Honolulu, it's gone to North Carolina, it's gone to Washington, so it's all, and it's even going to LADWP. So we're offering that to everybody we possibly can to help out. There's all kinds of education literature. You can download every single piece of literature on here, and that we're continuing updating it, is available for you to download. What we tell cities, if you'd like to have a kiosk in your front room and have literature on electric vehicles, you're going to have an electric vehicle program immediately just by downloading this literature. So the message there is to contact se.com/PEV, and you get as much information as you can possibly want. So I think we want to take some questions, right? Okay.